stations flip formats every 3 months. Here's another station you'll miss if you blink. Integrity 2.0.
All right, we are back. Radio broadcast almost live from the streets of Liberty City. This is your city, brought to you only on Integrity 2.0. The station has really brought a new meaning to integrity. It's brought a new meaning to media. You know, I take the values of new media and I bring them to old media. You know, that's raging ego, substandard content, and heartbreaking inanity. I'm just kidding. This is about cutting-edge free speech, a spirit of innovation, adventure, paid for by our sponsor, which I should mention. This episode of Integrity brought to you courtesy of Isaac Hammerstein and Daughters Funeral Services, burying your dead to their final resting place with dignity. So much dignity that at a funeral, while I'm fucking crying my eyes out, you pick up a dead man's sister, even though she isn't properly divorced from my dad yet. My mom is dating some dude who touches corpses all day. Hey, can you imagine that? I just get creeped out touching his leathery old formaldehyde hand. Ugh, everything around the house has these yellow stains on it. And everything's about death. I'm about life. I mean, not like a protester, because I've done the other thing a few times, but, I mean, we had to. She was young. But, listen, if your loved one passes away, which they always do, usually at a really inconvenient time, like when I'm snowboarding or too stoned to drive, get them buried by Isaac Hammerstein and Daughters Funeral Services, bringing dignity to a difficult time at new recession prices. And maybe then, old Isaac can join your family. I'm just joking. I love you old goat. Seriously, when I die, I want nothing more than your hand up my ass and your straw sucking the brain out of my skull and replacing my bodily fluids with toxic chemicals so a bunch of assholes can sit around and pretend to cry like they cared about me. Nobody cares about me. As you can see, sponsors, advertising on Integrity 2.0 is a personal service that I bring you and your target demographic, you know, together in a harmonious way, like in a 70s record where everybody's high. Yeah, I make these reads personal. I'm cutting through the marketing nonsense. Speaking of nonsense, Integrity 2.0 is expanding. We are becoming a team. That's right, Integrity 2.0 taking over. It's like how things are merging these days. You used to go to Clucking Bell, and that was great because you wanted to eat a bucket of chicken and then go home and cry. And then you said, if only Clucking Bell and Burger Shot were in the same place, I could enjoy both at the same time. So then you're like, what if all fast food restaurants were like at a truck stop? Like if the world was a giant food court. We're making radio a giant food court. And out in the parking lot, a man will kidnap your daughter. That's life on the open road. I know. My sister disappeared that way. And I didn't do it. Why would I kill my sister? But anyway, we're taking on a team of highly skilled, well-paid interns. Paid not in cash, but in exposure, experience, a degree in the University of Laszlo. That sounds like an awesome t-shirt. University of Laszlo. And without further pomp and circumstance, let me introduce you to the show's new intern, assistant to the producer, Jorge, but I call him Georgie Boy.
Es Jorge.
Georgie Boy is what liberals call an undocumented worker. But he's my little buddy. Aren't you my little buddy?
No.
Jorge the intern. Let me ask you, if you die of sunstroke outside a hardware mega store waiting for work, where would you like your body to be taken?
El Salvador.
Right, El Salvador, which is Spanish for the Savior. And who is our Savior?
Isaac Hammerstein and Daughters Funeral Services.
Correct. They saved this show and my career. So let's get to it, Georgie Boy.
Jorge.
Right. Whatever. What I need is an intern to bring me ideas, okay? I be funny. I am funny. I get all the credit. You learn a valuable lesson at the University of Laszlo. Jorge, tell me, where did you work before?
En Nicaragua.
Nicaragua, which is a company that sells nicotine water. See if you can get them to sponsor the show, man. I'm addictive, and I'd love to drink nicotine water. So Integrity 2.0 is more than just a radio show. We're a radio show that walks the streets of Liberty City, feels the pulse, see if it's dead, you know, like you sometimes do with a girl that's drank too much. And it's not date rape. You caress the thighs, you get slapped, you stick in a finger. It's real radio. I mean, any successful radio show needs a sidekick. So as I stand under this decorative awning, smoking a cigarette, Jorge's out there rounding up potential sidekicks for me to interview.
Mr. Laszlo! Mr. Laszlo! I find you sidekick!
Hi! Hi, do you have a second for gay rights?
Oh, God. It's one of these activists that are in every major city now. They stop people on the sidewalk. They harass them for money. They make them feel... You make people feel guilty.
Come on, don't you have a second for gay rights?
A second? Well, okay, just a second. I mean, sometimes it's 5 minutes if I'm drunk and, nobody's looking.
We've got a petition here that would let gay people marry.
Lesbians? Lesbos? Married? Right. That totally ruins the fantasy. Married people are hideous and sexually boring. All they do is talk about siding and shit. I mean, it ruined my first marriage when I brought another woman in, because I was like, hey, time for a three-way. And she's like, how about no way, you balding has-been? And then she splits. She empties my bank account. And the woman I brought home, who I didn't know at the time was heavily medicated, she fucking sues me.
Lesbo.
I'm sorry. Georgie here, just beginning to learn the language. Georgie, este muchacha no gusta muchachos.
No?
Sí, solamente gusta muchachas. Mucho licky, comprende?
Licky.
What are you telling him?
I told him you really like ice cream.
He's looking at me really creepy and is pretending to lick between his fingers.
You gotta understand, his people are very passionate about ice cream. It's really hot where he lives in Peru. It's like the equator and shit. And ice cream melts so fast there, you gotta lick it off your fingers because it comes right off the cone. And often you have to lick it off your fingers in a V pattern. It's Peruvian.
Honduras.
That's what I said. Georgie, come on, let's stroll. God, what a great city this is. A great city to walk through. It takes you in, holds you tight. Georgie, now, I have an idea. Walk in front of me, clear a path, make a big deal. You know what, take this camera, and as I walk, take pictures of me like you're the paparazzi. Say my name a lot. Make a huge deal, all right? All right, here we go. Go ahead.
Laszlo, here. Over here, Laszlo!
That's right. Excuse me. Pardon me, people. The paparazzi always hounding me at the pool, taking pictures of me in a swimsuit and on the internet all the time. God, they take pictures of me on the toilet if they could. I'm really sorry about this.
Laszlo, you're so famous. Like reality star. Laszlo, over here.
Oh my God, that's Laszlo.
Who?
You know, Laszlo. He was a talentless dick in the 80s. Man, he's short. And he's bald. What a homo.
Funny. Laszlo, homo.
No, Georgie, not funny. That's offensive and unkind.
Homo.
No homo. Great! Look what you did! You taught him a new word. He's gonna get beat up outside the hardware megastore now. Georgie, check it out. It's one of those street musicians that plays on buckets and pans and stuff that they sleep on top of in the gutter. Poor people can't afford drum kits, Georgie. Hey, yo, brother, nice rhythm. Give me some skin.
You standing in my donation tray.
Oh, shit. Dude, shit. Man, I'm sorry.
Fuck, you spilled all my money.
I guess it's a lesson for life. I've just sort of redistributed your wealth to all these people walking by. Hey, that's his money, asshole. He beats on a fucking pot for that. Dude, this is chump change compared to what you could be making as my band. You know how late night talk shows have their own band? You could be the band, man. The Laszlo Show on Integrity 2.0 Orchestra. And since you can't even afford a drum kit, I don't have to pay you shit.
What the fuck?
Cool out. Homie, dog. Let's not get all wound up. Turn your hate into rhythm. A rhythm of the streets. A rhythm of the night. Oh, whoa. Hey, what are you doing? Hey! Ow! Get this motherfucking bucket off of my head. I need a drum, motherfucker. Fuck, let's take a commercial.
I blacked out behind the wheel and killed my best friend.
I woke up and realized I'd urinated on my wife. Oh, that bitch was mad.
Drinking is always a lot of fun, but sometimes we all need to stop for a while. But you don't want to quit because you'll miss the buzz. Smokers have the tobacco patch. Now try the Elko patch. It's the same refreshing feeling of your favorite drink, but delivered transdermally and discreetly. Pick up the Elko patch at your local pharmacy.